Happy St. Patrick's Day. Figured today out of all days would be the best day to go shed hunting because maybe I might get lucky. I've done this in the past, and one time I found a almost 30-inch deadhead, which was really cool, so I'm trying to repeat that. Although I'm not really, I guess I'm wearing green. I guess that counts, right? So I'm gonna head out. The last time I was out here, I found, I think, 10 sheds. None of them were fresh, but like I said, I'll take anything at this point. I would love a fresh one, but I'm gonna give it a few hours and maybe hit the same areas that I did last time and maybe match one of the sheds up that was pretty nice, but let's give her a shot. That's been there a while. Looks like an old shed buck. You can see where his antlers attached to the skull right there. Pretty old. Well, I've been at it for about an hour and a half, kind of gaining elevation. And honestly, I'm very surprised I didn't pick anything up on the way up here because it looked really good, but I probably walk over most of my sheds, or most of these sheds on the mountain. But right as I was thinking that, I look over and there's this goofy looking shed. So let's look at it. That is a very odd shed. It's got some weird stuff coming off the back. Look at that. It's got a cool eye guard, but he just has, it looks like just front forks, and he forgot to grow the back end there. That is a super weird shed. Look at that. It's really cool though. Looks like it's been there a little while. But look at that. That is cool. Pretty unique. Looks like he spent all of his efforts growing on this base rather than applying it to the main frame of his rack. But that's cool. So this area that I'm walking looks so good, but every time I'm in an area that looks like there should just be shed after shed, I never find them. I always find them in the spots where you really don't, you know, think twice about the terrain or things like that. But this looks so good, and I never find them where it looks picturesque for a shed to be. So I'm hoping that I can change that right now, because it does. There has to be a shed in here, honestly. All right, so just as I was thinking that it looked really good in here, I glanced over and there was a shed. So I mean, I proved myself wrong, so let's go check it out. Looks like a big old 2-point. Look at that. That is a big boy. It's got an eye guard. Nice. Heck yeah, I'll take it. Now that's a cool buck. I honestly wouldn't mind matching that up because that'd be a cool 2-point set. I wonder what the other side is. I'll bet you it's a 3-point. So let's see if I can match it up. I doubt it, but we'll give it a shot. We'll look around a little bit. Looks like I got another one, and it looks like they're just getting older and older. Little 3-point. Holy cow, that thing's chewed up and old. It's been there a minute. Well, when I said I wanted to find something bigger, I didn't mean older and more chewed up. Almost looks like a mountain lion track right there. There's a couple smaller ones that are kind of wandering around, so it almost looks like a mom and some babies, but what do you think? Is that a mountain lion? All right, I've been walking for quite a ways, honestly, and haven't found anything until just barely. Looked over, and what do you know? A 2-point. Guess I'm keeping up with the 2-point trend here. I'm pretty good at finding these. Well, let's see if we can find something bigger. They're just getting older and more 2-pointier as the day goes on. Thing has been there for probably 10 years at least. Now all I'm doing here is just living up to my reputation finding these, but I'm in an area where I found a pretty nice one a couple weeks ago. I was hoping to bump into the other side of that, but I've worked it over pretty well. But this proves that you don't find them all. I mean, this thing's been laying here for how long, and I've probably walked right by this as well, so we'll keep on going. Now that's cool. That is so cool. Looks like it had a piece right along here that might have broke off. You can tell that side's been worked pretty well. Alright, well, I was about to give up all hope altogether. But luckily I looked over and spotted this guy over here. Looks like he's a pretty good ugly. Not too shabby. It's good looking. It's been in there for a little while. I'll take that too. Oh, he's a 4-point. Nice. Thought it was just a nice 3-point, but not too bad. It's pretty old, but it's in good shape. I mean, that's a little bit better than the 2 points, so I'll take it. He's not a bad buck. He's got a really good eye guard. He's got some weak fronts, but good backs. Decent mass. Pretty cool. All right, these tracks are everywhere. I've been running into these tracks pretty much all day long. They've been covering more ground than I have, I'll tell you that right now. All right, what do we have here? Don't be a 2. Oh, it's a 2-point. Oh, well, back on the 2-point game. Looks like last year's. All right, well, it looks like that's going to conclude the St. Patrick's Day shed hunt. I would say the 2 highlights of the hike, probably this one right here. It's a good 4-point, nothing fancy, but solid buck, I would say, in my book anyways. And then almost, I would say even better is this big 2-point. I just like big 2-points. Look at that. That was a good buck. Solid deer there. And then this weird one that has this wild base. Pretty cool. Pretty unique buck, but all in all, it was a good hike. And if you enjoyed that, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Catch you next time.